Hello and welcome to In Depth. I'm Tina Jha. The Cannes Film Festival, the world's biggest cinema showcase, running from 14th to 25th of May, kicks off on the French Riviera Tuesday night. The opening film is by Jim Jarmusch, a zombie extravaganza, The Dead Don't Die. Other big films on the lineup this year include Quentin Tarantino's highly anticipated Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, and films from directors Pedro Almodovar, Jean-Pierre and Luc Dardini, and Ken Loach. The festival made its inaugural entry on 20th September 1946, when 21 countries presented their films at the first Cannes International Film Festival that took place at the former Casino of Cannes. Over the years, the festival remained faithful to its founding purpose, which was to draw attention to and also raise the profile of films. The aim was to contribute towards the development of cinema and also to boost the film industry worldwide in celebration of cinema at a global level. In Depth today takes a look at the other offerings at the film festival this year, the hot debates that are dominating the event, and the Indian presence at the venue this time. The International Festival de Cannes is one of the world's most widely publicized events and certainly the most important film festival in terms of worldwide impact. But ahead of this year's cinematic celebration, here's a look back at how the festival has evolved since its first edition.
The Cannes Film Festival previews new films of all genres, including documentaries from all around the world annually. On 20th September 1946, 21 countries presented their films at the first Cannes International Film Festival that took place at the former Casino of Cannes. Over the years, the Festival de Cannes has remained faithful to its founding purpose, that is, to draw attention to and raise the profile of films with the aim to contribute towards the development of cinema, boosting the film industry worldwide, and celebrating cinema at an international level. Since 1946, the festival invites filmmakers from all over the world to give their own interpretation of the world of today and tomorrow, creating a world map of cinema. It was in the 80s that the festival's reputation enabled it to become a forum for many demands from filmmakers. Foreign films that were forbidden from being exported were shown in the competition. Diplomatic barriers were shaken, but the festival was committed to defending the filmmakers' freedom of expression. In 1983, the choice of winners was sharply criticized, with the jury giving out additional jury's Grand Prix and a Grand Prix for art films at the last minute. This was also the decade that gave rise to socially aware young directors. At the dawn of the 21st century, cinema broke loose and began to evolve through perpetual change. Promotion was the key word, as the people in charge have stated. In 1993, for the first time, cinematographic multiculturalism came to life with 2 Palme d'Or awarded to a woman, Jane Campion, director of The Piano, and a director from Hong Kong, Chen Cage, for Farewell My Concubine. That same year, prizes were awarded to representatives from around the world, Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Eastern European countries. Growing over the years, the Cannes Film Festival celebrated its 50th anniversary in 1997. 1,289 films from all around the world had been part of the official selection since the first festival in 1946. Through 50 years of cinema that have captured the evolution in our societies. The arrival of the new millennium also brought about changes in awareness under the film-goer's trained eye. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Like every year, the Cannes red carpet will also witness an extraordinary work, with films from all corners of the globe dropping in. The prestigious festival is about to begin Tuesday night and will continue till the 25th of May.
The 72nd Cannes Film Festival has begun with a heady mix of star names, fresh faces and both high and low brow subject matters. Nearly 40 films from around 20 countries are in the competitive categories. Around 10 short films are also contending in the short film category. A section called Cine Foundation is dedicated to short films made by students. American filmmaker Jim Jarmusch's The Dead Don't Die is going to be this year's opening film. Eminent personalities like actor Gilles Jacob, writer Maurice Besset, journalist Robert Favre-Libret and actor Sophia Loren have chaired important posts of the festival committee. The Cannes 2019 jury committee is headed by Mexican filmmaker Alejandro Gonzalez. Cannes Film Festival 2019 is all set to raise the bar, with a list of must-watch films from the world's greatest film competition. The Dead Don't Die, official premiere of a US director Jim Jarmusch's comedy horror. The film boasts the greatest zombie cast ever disassembled. Would be released on 13th June in Italy, 14th June in the US and 11th July in Brazil and Russia. Little Joey, an unsettling sounding story about a genetically engineered crimson flower plant causing strange changes in living creatures. Australian director Jessica Hosner is also one of the only 4 film directors up for the top prize this year. It will be released on 17th May in France. Sorry We Missed You. Ken Loach is on a hat-trick as he returns to Cannes this year with the other British-backed film Sorry We Missed You, written by Paul Laverty. Atlantics, previously mixing acting with short film directing, Senegalese French filmmaker Mati Diop's first full-length feature is based on her prize-winning short Atlantics. It will be released on 16th May in France. Rocketman, described as a fantasy-style version of Elton John's early years, it stars Taron Egerton as a singer and Jamie Bell as a long-term collaborator, Bernie Taupin, while Bodyguard's Richard Madden plays John's manager, John Reid. Showing out of the competition, Rocketman will have its world premiere in Cannes. Diego Maradona. The life of another charismatic footballer, Diego Maradona, will be brought to the big screen, similarly out of the competition. Too Old to Die Young, the film places Miles Teller, John Hawkes and Gina Meloneville in the lead roles for a thriller about a grieving police officer who finds himself embroiled in the LA underworld after crossing paths with a man who killed his partner. Parasite. Bong Joon-ho's latest is a tragic comedy that explores the power dynamics between two families who live in very different social circumstances. It will be released on 30th May in South Korea and 5th June in France. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In what could be his penultimate film, Quentin Tarantino sets his sights on late 60s. With Leonardo DiCaprio as washed-up actor Rick Dalton and Brad Pitt, his stunt double Cliff Booth, in the pair's first appearance together on screen. It will be released on 26 July in Canada, the US and India. The 72nd Annual Cannes Film Festival is scheduled to be held from 14th to 25th of May 2019. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
So the prestigious Cannes Film Festival returns with its 72nd edition in France. The 11-day-long festival will welcome the who's who from the world of cinema, which include filmmakers, celebrities, global icons who will gather at the scenic French Riviera to celebrate the biggest carnival of the global film industry. The festival will go on till 25th of May, featuring the best of world cinema. Cannes, Berlin and Venice are considered the 3 most sought-after film festivals and are sometimes called the Big Three. The world's biggest cinema showcase kicks off on the French Riviera. The 72nd edition of the festival has received over 1,800 film entries from 39 countries in the official selection this year. 21 films have been selected to compete for the Palme d'Or or the Golden Palm. These include films like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino, A Hidden Life by Terrence Malick, and Ken Loach's Sorry We Missed You. Other than in competition category, the festival's official programming is divided into sections that include Uncertain Regard, that features films that will likely have limited theatrical distribution but are seeking international recognition. Out of competition category, featuring films that the selection committee wants to recognize but that don't fit the selection criteria in any way. And the Cine Foundation category, featuring student films. There are also special screenings, midnight screenings, tributes and various events, all of which are not competing for the Palme d'Or but are selected to play during the festival.
Red carpet action looks pretty good this year compared to previous Cannes. I mean, we were opening with The Dead Don't Die from Jim Jarmusch, and that's just packed with stars. Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Tilda Swinton, Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop is going to be on the red carpet in Cannes. That's very exciting for me. Then you have Taron Egerton, who plays Elton John in Rocket Man, a big Hollywood film. That'll be a big splashy event here. And then next week, probably the biggest red carpet is going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is packed with basically the A-list of Hollywood. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, they're all going to be here. I think that's really going to give everything a big lift, because when the stars come out here, when the red carpet really lights up, that's when everyone gets really excited about Cannes.
The Golden Palm winner and the winners of 7 other major prizes, including the Grand Prix and the Prix des Jurys, is picked up by a jury of film industry professionals. Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu has been named president of this year's Cannes Film Festival jury. Inarritu, who won the Best Director Oscar 2 years running for Birdman and The Revenant, is the first Mexican to chair the panel. The festival will open with Jim Jarmusch's zombie adventure The Dead Don't Die, that carries a deep political message. In a show of strength for cinema, it will broadcast simultaneously in more than 400 theatres across France. The poster for the 72nd edition of Festival de Cannes pays homage to acclaimed French film director Agnès Varda, who passed away in March this year, with a still taken from her 1994 film La Pointe Courte. Known as a showcase of the world's greatest film talent, the annual Cannes Film Festival also plays host to some of the biggest and best red carpet fashion of the year. The festival sees a large-scale premiere with a walk up the famous red carpet steps outside the giant Lumiere cinema every night. But as the festival opens, debate over digital media platforms showcasing films continues to cast its shadow. Films produced by Netflix will not be showcased at the festival for the second year running, as talks between Cannes and Netflix fail. Disputes surrounding gender parity is another controversy surrounding the festival. A year after 82 women protested on the red carpet, the Cannes Film Festival this year defended its record on female filmmakers. Issues of gender equality have resonated, particularly in Cannes, where only one female filmmaker has ever won the festival's top award, and where women directors have never numbered more than 4 in the main slate of approximately 20 films. This time, however, 20 female directors are part of the official selection, out of which 4 will compete for the Golden Palm.
They have 4 female directors out of 21 competition films, which is, under 20%. That's still not very good in my book, and I think you can see other festivals have done a lot better. But at least the issue is being addressed, at least it is being talked about, so that can only be a good sign. But I think Cannes still has a long way to go before they can really say they're doing their utmost to increase representation on screen.
Divulging data on its selection process for the first time, Cannes informed that its official selection jury has 4 men and 4 women. This is the first time that the festival has 50% female representation in the jury. Cannes is also facing severe criticism for honouring legendary French actor Alain Delon, who has supported slapping of women and is known to back the extreme far right in France. Not wearing high heels as recently as 4 years ago has been a reason for denying entry to a premiere. India is holding a special pavilion at the festival to showcase Indian cinema across linguistic, cultural and regional diversity. The Indian delegation is set up by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in association with FICCI. A key focus area of the Indian delegation this year will be to promote the Golden Jubilee edition of International Film Festival of India, to be held in Goa later this year. A specially designed IFFI poster for the Golden Jubilee edition will also be released during the festival. Like every year, top Bollywood celebrities Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, Sonam Kapoor, Deepika Padukone and Kangana Ranaut are expected to walk the red carpet. Unlike many other film festivals, Cannes is an industry-only festival. That means screening tickets aren't sold to the general public. The festival grants credentials to directors, producers, actors, publicists, distributors as well as journalists. The festival plays a selection of films for the public on the beach every night at 9 o'clock. With inputs from Astha Kulshresht, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Cannes is that beautiful little city on the French Riviera, which is famed for its international film festival. Over the years, the city has become synonymous with cinema. Festival de Cannes is so much more than just all that glitz and glamour we witness on the red carpet. Every year, the festival showcases some of the greatest works in cinematic art. This, of course, includes masterpieces from India as well. So let's take a look at India's journey at the French Riviera Cannes Festival.
Some of the noteworthy moments that everyone looks forward to at the Cannes Film Festival are appearances of Bollywood celebrities. That's not all there is to the festival. There are a number of Indian films that have made it to the Cannes as well, spanning genres and languages in the country. The 2019 edition of Cannes, however, will have no official entry or selection from India. But here is a list of some of the previous entries from the country that registered their presence on the proverbial red carpet at the film festival. Neecha Nagar in 1946 was India's first official entry to the film festival. The film won the festival's highest honor, the Palme d'Or Award. Loosely based on Maxim Gorky's Lower Depths, the film paved the way for social realism in India. Raj Kapoor's film Awara is a simple story of a poor man and a rich girl and the challenges life throws at them. The film was nominated for the Palme d'Or Award in 1953. Bicycle Thieves is the movie that inspired Bimal Roy to make Do Bigha Zameen that set a new benchmark in parallel cinema. It was awarded the Grand Prix International at Cannes. It was the first Indian film to win the International Film Prize after Neecha Nagar. Boot Polish chronicles the struggles of siblings who choose to shine shoes instead of begging after their father abandons them. The film received much praise at the festival. Pather Panchali is a humanist tale of poverty set in a small Indian village. The film won the Best Human Document Award at the festival. Guide was one of the first Indian films to be made in collaboration with an international team. This Devanand and Wahida Rahman starrer enjoyed cult status in India. 42 years after its theatrical release, the film was invited for a screening at the festival's classics section. Mrinal Sen's Bengali film Courage revolves around the death of a child servant working in a middle-class family and the pain that the father has to go through. Courage was nominated for the Golden Palm and also received the jury prize in the 1983 edition of the Cannes. Salam Bombay was Meera Nair's film about Bombay's street life. It got international recognition at Cannes, where it won the Golden Camera and Audience Awards. Malayalam film Piravi was received well by critics and screened at various film festivals and even won the Camera d'Or at Cannes. Devdas was the first mainstream Bollywood film to break through the Cannes Film Festival, which was otherwise mostly just an independent film-dominated space. Udaan, a coming-of-age film, was selected for a screening in the Uncertain Regard category and was met with massive critical acclaim. A film that director Anurag Kashyap thought would be labelled as boring and art house actually performed exceedingly well at the Cannes. Much like his predecessor Udaan, the film Gangs of Wasseypur too received a standing ovation. Irfan Khan and Nimrat Kaur in the slice of life film about how two strangers bond over the most trivial of things, their love for food. The Lunchbox was showcased at the International Critics Week of the 2013 Cannes Festival and was the winner of the Viewer's Choice Award. This film is the story of a boy who forms a pact with his wife to escape family roots. Prior to its theatrical release in India, Titli premiered at Cannes in the Uncertain Regard section. It even came close to winning the Camera d'Or. Masaan, directed by Neeraj Ghaiwan, won 2 awards at the Cannes Film Festival, a first for any film after Salaam Bombay. Raman Raghav 2.0 opened to a packed house at the Cannes. Anurag Kashyap's neo thriller had an amazing reception, as the film even received a standing ovation from the audiences. And in the year 2018, Nawazuddin Siddiqui stole the show in the film, which entered Cannes in 2018. Nandita Das's sophomore directorial venture was much adulated by critics and audiences alike. There have been other entries as well from the country, spanning various categories and film titles. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, so that's it from us in today's edition of In Depth. We'll be back same time tomorrow with a focus on some other subject. You can also watch our program online on YouTube and Twitter. And don't forget to send your feedback and suggestions about our program. Thank you very much for your time.